When I remember you and I, what was it, 8 years ago in the Rayburn office building in Washington, D.C., in that closed-door congressional sort of panel/hearing, talking about with DeFazio of Oregon, talking about the need for infrastructure. And finally, we are here. Are you just going to take like a 6-month vacation or what?
You know, I think as we wrote recently, and in fact, I think I've said in a previous segment, it's a little bit like Bigfoot. Like it's talked about a lot, but it actually happened this time. And it took the Senate and the House and every politician on its side to syncretize their ideas to actually get something going. We could debate all about what it took to get there, but the reality is we have it now.
And by this time, our viewers know you as sort of the infrastructure guru, and I'm going to show some things about why we say that as well. It's not just my opinion. The numbers match up, Catherine. You were on with us, earlier this year. You were on with us last year and the year before, and you were on recommending names that people ignored back then. Summit Materials, Vulcan Materials, Martin Marietta, boring old asphalt companies or equipment rental or, use companies. I want to show our viewers some of the stock returns since that time. Summit Materials, up 130% in a year, 14% since you were on recently, 47% jump for Vulcan. You got WSC up 85%. Huge moves. Congrats to you and your clients on that. Do you see much more left in the proverbial tank, though?
Yeah, so if you step back in, I think the biggest bucket, the $110 billion going to roads and bridges, that's the largest portion of the $150 billion. Those dollars represent a 50% increase over the previous multi-year highway bill, which was called the FAST Act. Now, the FAST Act expired at the end of September. And so we talk to state departments of transportation all the time. And what they tell us is this gives us visibility. And when state departments of transportation have visibility, that means they're planning out 3, 5, 6-year type construction projects. So what it means is there are going to be certain companies that are going to typically may have had, 12 months visibility, are now going to have multi-year visibility. Some of those can be some of the names that you mentioned, like Summit Materials, Vulcan, and Martin. Summit is in more secondary cities. And so that could be, we think they could be a bigger beneficiary just on a percentage basis in terms of catching up on what's not priced in the stock. But Vulcan and Martin are going to be right down the fairway and benefiting overall. Another one on water infrastructure, Core & Main is a company that went public this past summer. It's done quite well. It's up almost 50% since it went public. They specialize in water infrastructure distribution. That's what they do all day long. So they're going to be a direct beneficiary. And one that you and I talked about before, it's also one of, on our Best Ideas series, is a little company, well, it's not so little anymore, but it's a company called Will Scott Mobile Mini, ticker symbol WSC.
Yep.
And they're on every construction site you can imagine. And so not only are they going to benefit from infrastructures, from the airport to roads to water, they're going to be where anything is being built. And it's a little bit more of a REIT-like type name, and with an incredibly sticky pricing power, and they're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, they might have to drop Mini from their name because the market cap has soared in the last couple of months. I remember you brought this name to us. I'm getting old. I think it was back in June or July-ish. And I was like, who's Mobile Mini? I was thinking about Mini Me from Austin Powers. Didn't go well. This is, they have those rental units. Now I'm driving by every construction site in England last week, and you're seeing these things and go, oh, okay, that's what they do. Here's my question about the Summit and the Vulcans of the world, Catherine. Is there going to be enough rocks and asphalt? I mean, is there going to be enough of this stuff? We're buying everything. I'm glad that bill got passed from an infrastructure perspective, but all these companies are going to have to buy everything at the peak of pricing.
Yeah, the trickier part is going to be cement. So cement is actually manufactured, and it's like making a cake. You mix cement in with water and everything that ends up making concrete. Cement's actually going to be an area where you can see tighter availability. Martin Marietta currently is a cement producer. They have facilities in Texas and in California. Vulcan and Summit don't make cement, and they're a little bit more asphalt focused and rock focused. But Martin has a similar mix as Vulcan, but they also have these cement plants. So that's gonna be an advantage to them in terms of availability of just cement. With rock, really the key thing is, and this is going to get a little bit nerdy on the rock side, is when it gets into the peak construction season in the summer. So there's a very particular type of rocks used for particular type of projects. And so that's what's going to make it a little bit tighter for those guys.